Welcome back to the Actery Magic Channel. I'm Steve, the Actery. Today we are talking about Rubinia Soulsinger. If you haven't seen her, but before we get into that, please stay to the end. We've got a combo today. Okay, sweet. All right, Rubinia, let's get into her. Oh, we just hit 1,000 subscribers, and I'm so excited. Anyway, sorry. All right, Google Slides. Where are you? Okay, Rubinia. She's a 5-drop 2/3 legendary fairy. She says you may choose not to untap Rubinia Soulsinger during your untap step. Okay, why would we want to do that? Tap. Gain control of target creature for as long as you control Rubinia. Rubinia remains tapped. Yes, please. Let's take those creatures from our opponents. So, honorable mentions here. We've got the modal lands. They all enter the battlefield tapped if you put them into play as lands, but they also have abilities on the front side. Killing ambush is going to make creatures you control fight somebody else's creature. So we steal a creature from somebody else, then we make the creature we stole fight somebody else's creature on the other side of the battlefield. It's just good business. Kaviri Takedown. It deals deals damage equal to the number of creatures you control to target creature or planeswalker. Very few cards in white that deal damage to planeswalkers or direct damage to planeswalkers. Cool. Balagad Recovery returns a land to our hand, or sorry, returns a card to our hand. And Shijiri Takedown Shijiri Shelter gives a creature we control protection from the color of our choice. We need to protect our commander. All right. We need to give this stuff haste. So Swiftfoot Boots, Lightning Greaves, we're familiar with those. Protect and haste. Awesome. 1,000-Year Elixir, maybe a new one to some of you. It says you may activate abilities of creatures you control as though those creatures had haste. So we can tap Rubinia the turn she comes out. It's a 3-drop. Sorry. It's a 3-drop artifact, and it can untap a target creature. So if we happen to have 6 mana, we can activate Rubinia twice in a turn. Like, Steven, why would we want to do that? We lose control of that creature. Hold on, my friends. Hold on. I will show you. All right, next up we have control. Since we're going to lean into the control thing, if Rubinia is not in play, these guys and dolls are going to take control of creatures our opponents control. Mind Flayer and Serve Temptation, they gain control of those creatures for as long as they remain in play. An Agent of Treachery just gains control of target permanent when it enters the battlefield, period. So whenever Agent of Treachery leaves the battlefield, you don't give those permanents back. And then at the beginning of your end step, if you control 3 or more permanents you don't own, draw 3 cards. Plays perfectly with Rubinia. Okay, now let's keep going. We're gonna untap our we're gonna untap Rubinia. But it's like, Steven, why would we want to tap him? Hold on. These are great cards. It says tap on tap target permanent for Kyora's Follower for 2-drop, and Kiora Master of the Depths is a 4-drop planeswalker that untaps our creature and up to 1 target land. We can reveal cards from the top of our library. We put a creature card and a lander card from among them into our hand, and she has a -8 that gives us big, dumb octopus creatures. It's fantastic. Okay, octopuses aren't smart. Okay, I'm sorry. They're not dumb. All right, cool. I really like Kiora. The Kioras are way underrated. Anyway, now let's talk about more untap. Again, quest for renewal. It gets a quest counter whenever we tap a creature, and if there's 4 or more quest counters on it, we get to untap our creatures during each other player's untap step. Sweet. Murkfiend Leech does the exact same thing. It says untap all green and or blue creatures you control during each other player's untap step, and then Seedborn Muse untaps all permanents you control during each other player's untap step. Steven, get to the point of why we want to untap. Okay, I will. We're going to copy Rubinia's ability. Whenever an ability of equipped creature is activated, if it's a mana ability, copy that ability. You may choose new targets for the copy. So we tap her, gain control of 2 creatures. We're going to get to keep both those creatures with Rubinia. So long as they remain tapped, it's awesome. Equips for 3. Rings of Bright Hearth, whenever you activate an ability. If it's a mana ability, you may pay 2. If you do copy that ability, you may choose new targets for the copy. This is fantastic. So, Rings of Bright Hearth, both of them. We're going to steal 2 creatures, get to keep them as long as we have Rubinia tapped. But, Steven, we need to know, why are we untapping stuff? Clones. Trying not to mess with you. I'll get there. I promise. Clones. Sakashima the Imposter comes in play as a copy of target creature. We can copy our commander with Sakashima because it gets the name Sakashima the Imposter. So it's not the same creature as Rubinia. And so you get 2 functionally useful Rubinia triggers. You can tap Sakashima the Imposter and steal another creature. It's great. Same with Sakashima of 1,000 Faces. And then they're both just really good. And also Sakashima of 1,000 Faces as a partner for the future whenever you use it again. Legend rule doesn't apply to permanents you own. Control, rather. Sweet. Next up, let's talk about why we want to tap. Let's untap. But first, before we untap, let's sacrifice their creature. Let's sack their creature before we untap. That way Rubinia doesn't give their creature back, and then we get to go steal another creature. Okay, Carnage Altar is great. It's but it's a budget version. The rest of these cards on the list I think are better. All right, so pay 3, sack a creature, draw a card. Sweet, still good. We're sacking a creature, so we're basically 2-for-1ing people. We're getting rid of their creature. We're potentially even attacking with that creature, and then we're drawing a card. Choice. Greater good, sack the creature, draw cards equal to the sacrifice creature's power, then discard 3 cards. Fantastic. Ashnod's Altar, sack a creature, add 2 generic. Phyrexian Altar, sack a creature, add a mana of any color. Heck yeah. Altar of Dementia, sack a creature, target player puts a number of cards equal to the sacrifice creature's power from the top of their library into their graveyard. Yes, please. Evolutionary Leap, sack a creature, reveal cards on the top of your library until you reveal a creature card. Put that card in your hand and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Oh, heck yeah. Okay. Oh, by the way, stick around. We got a combo coming up. Just wait to the end. Thanks. Anyway, next up we have Prime Speaker Vanifar. It's basically Birthing Pod 2.0. Kind of. Like, anyway, it's a green, it's a blue, it's 2 generic, 2/4. It says tap, sack another creature, search the library for a creature card with converted mana cost equal to 1 plus the sacrifice creature's converted mana cost. Put that card on the battlefield, then shuffle your library. Activate this ability only time you can cast a sorcery. Birthing Pod does the exact same thing, but for a Phyrexian green and 1 generic tap. Now, these are both only as sorceries, but they encourage you to build your deck in such a way that creatures you control, the creatures you have in your deck, enter the battlefield with abilities, or they leave the battlefield with abilities. So you can sack these creatures and get value because they've already come into play, or you're going to go get something from your library. So things like Reclamation Sage, Acidic Slime, those are really great. But you need a creature of each converted mana cost. So converted mana cost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, etc. You don't probably necessarily need to go up to 8, but you need to have good cards to go find at each converted mana cost if you're going to play these cards. But they're awesome. Oh, they're so good. Next up we have the best altar, I think. This is an altar that's so overlooked. It says a green and a white. It says sack a creature to look through your library for a creature card. Put that card in your hand. After showing it to all players, all other players, shuffle your library. It's a sorcery. It's a one-time use, but it's still sick. And it says altar of bone, so I did it. All right, next up we have Cyanide Sanctum. I really like this card. It's a 1-drop, okay? It says 2, tap, exile target permanent you control. Then you get to untap Rubinia. But it's exiled. That creature is exiled. So it's not quite sack. It's better. Watch. Pay 2 generic, sacrifice Cyanide Sanctum, return all cards exiled with Cyanide Sanctum to the battlefield under your control. Oh, it's so good. Anyway, Cyanide Sanctum. It's like a 50-cent, 25-cent card. It's good. Put it in your Rubinia. All right, number 9, Vivian, Champion of the Wilds. If you're going to play green, you're going to play creature heavy, Vivian, Champion of the Wilds is a must, in my opinion. I think it's super underrated. It says you may cast creature spells as though they had flash. Yes, please. +1 until your next turn. Up to 1 target creature gains vigilance and reach. Okay, -2. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Exile 1 card face down and put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. For as long as it remains exiled, you may look at that card. You may cast it if it's a creature card. Even if Vivian dies, you can still cast that creature card. But now that there's, even if it's not a creature, you can bluff. Hey guys, I got a creature underneath here. No, you know. Okay. Anyway, I love Vivian, and she helps prevent you from getting board wiped on opponent's turns because you can flash stuff in. Good. All right, Shalai, Voice of Plenty. It's a 1 white, 3 generic, 3/4 flying. You, planeswalkers you control, and other creatures you control have hexproof. Let's protect Rubinia. Yes. Added bonus, we have a mana dump. 6 mana, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. Yes, please. She's awesome. I love July. Pretty cool. Look at that angel. Look at that shield. She got like a Captain America shield going on. Anyway, cool. Stay to the end. We got a combo. Number 7, Neoform. Again, much like Altar of Bone, this one's a little bit different. It says as an additional cost to cast this spell, sack a creature, so they can't respond to you sacking the creature. It's awesome. Search your library for a creature card with converted mana cost equal to 1, plus the sacrifice creature's converted mana cost. Again, much like Phyrexian Altar and the Prime Speaker Vanifar. Very cool. And it says, plus the sacrifice creature's converted mana cost, put that card on the battlefield with an additional 1/1 counter on it, and then shuffle your library. Sack their big dude that you stole, and then you go search for your bigger dude from your library and put it in play. It's fantastic. And with the earlier land that comes into play tapped, or it has a return target creature or target card from your graveyard to your hand, Neoform can come back and you just do it again. Or if you play Eternal Witness, I forgot to include her on this list, but Eternal Witness, get that thing back, go do the thing again. It's good. All right, number 6, Time Wipe. Steven, why would I want to do this? Well, hear me out, my friends. Okay, return a creature you control to its owner's hand, then destroy all creatures. So, save Rubinia, blow up the board, pass the turn. So, put Rubinia back in your hand, Time Wipe, and then you get a chance to save your creature. I really like Time Wipe. It's really, really good, but I like a card better, and that is Divine Reckoning. It's a 4-drop. Each player chooses a creature they control, destroy the rest. Now, guess what that means? Rubinia, the creature, you keep Rubinia, you destroy the creature that she stole, you have some kind of an untap effect at the end of your turn, or at the beginning of somebody else's upkeep. You untap during their turn, you steal their creature, and then sack it somehow. And now the big creature that they kept is gone. So they've only got one creature. And so now you've got ways of, you're just going to start stealing everybody's best creature, because that's the creature they're going to keep. So now Rubinia is just going to take it. And if they don't keep the best creature, that's even better. You just steal their crappy creature. It's awesome. I love it. All right. Mimic Vat. 3, generic imprint. Whenever a non-token creature dies, you may exile that card. If you do, return each other card exiled with Mimic Vat to its owner's graveyard. So here's the thing. So whatever creature we want to be imprinted on Mimic Vat whenever those creatures die is the creature that's going to remain exiled under Mimic Vat. If we want a new creature, the previous creature that was exiled with Mimic Vat goes into their graveyard. Cool. But it says pay 3 generic, tap. Create a token that's a copy of a card exiled with Mimic Vat, gains haste, exile at the beginning of the next end step. So this is really, really good with creatures that have enter the battlefield abilities, like Acidic Slime, like Reclamation Sage, like Kiki-Jiki, or Kiki-Jiki too. But all kinds of different ways that we can play this. But it's any creature. Whenever any non-token creature dies, you exile that card. You may exile that card. So you just board wipe with Mimic Vat in play. You choose the best creature that you want from Mimic Vat to copy every turn. It's good business. Especially whenever you get to untap it because of Seaborn Muse or something. Stupid. Regenerator Mimic. Okay, this is way better. Number 3 on our list. It's 1 green, 1 blue, 4 generic shapeshifter. You may have Regenerator Mimic enter the battlefield as a copy of any creature on the battlefield, except it has, at the beginning of your upkeep, if this creature isn't a token, create a token that's a copy of this creature. Every turn, you're going to get a copy of the creature that you copy. So, this creature stays out. So this one that's copying something else stays out. And then say you choose Acidic Slime or you choose Terastodon or something like that. Every turn, you're going to create a new copy of the creature that you've already copied with. Getting those enter the battlefield triggers, getting those big blockers, whatever, big attackers, whatever. Regenerator Mimic is just good. So good. All right, number 2 on our list. Drum roll, please. Skull Clamp. Okay, come on. Skull Clamp is so good in this deck. So for 1 generic, you put out a equip, and +1, -1. Whenever equipped creature dies, draw 2 cards. We're going to be sacrificing our opponent's creatures. So we can equip it, sack it, draw 2 cards, get rid of their creature. Oh, it's so good. And then drum roll, please. Number 1 on our list. Eldritch Evolution. It's so good. Sack as an additional cost, sack a creature, search the library for a creature card with converted mana cost X or less, where X is 2 plus the sacrifice creature's converted mana cost. Put that card on the battlefield and shuffle your library, exile Eldritch. All right. Now let's talk some combos, shall we? Let's talk the combo that I thought was the most fun for this deck. All right, Biovisionary plus Rite of Replication. This is a silly combo. Okay, so Biovisionary says, at the beginning of your end step, if you control 4 or more creatures named Biovisionary, you win the game. Sweet. Then Rite of Replication says, create a token that's a copy of target creature. If the spell's kicked, create 5 of those tokens instead. Granted, it's a really, really absurd amount of mana to do it all in one turn. It's like 12 mana to do the whole combo in one turn, but you're probably going to have a ton of mana with a Bant deck. I thought it was a lot of fun. You get the 4 Biovisionaries, you go to your end step, you control 4, you win the game. It's great. It's so much fun. Anyway, thank you so much for coming out. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. I'd love to see you next time on another Commander EDH video. I love you guys. Where's my button?